I tried to wear a shiny gold ring today to make myself invisible from my daily responsibilities. Unfortunately, my boss still saw me, and I still had to pay my bills. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Step-by-Step English Podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and as you can guess, today we are talking about rings, magic, and very long walks. Joining me is our resident English expert and my guide through all things grammar, Emma.
Hello, Alex, and hello to all our wonderful listeners around the world. I am so excited about today's episode because we are combining language learning with my favorite fantasy world. Today, we are learning English through The Lord of the Rings. This is going to be part 1 of a 2-part special series.
Finally! I love this story. But Emma, how exactly do we learn English from a story about wizards, elves, and monsters? Are we going to learn how to speak Elvish?
That would be fun, but no, we're sticking to English today. Reading or listening to a rich story like The Lord of the Rings is fantastic for your vocabulary. The author, J.R.R. Tolkien, used beautiful, descriptive language that can really elevate your English level. Plus, following a plot helps you understand context.
That makes sense. When you care about what happens to the characters, you pay more attention to the words. So, where do we start our journey today?
We start in a peaceful, quiet place called the Shire. This is where the hobbits live. Hobbits are small people who love eating, drinking, and living a quiet life.
Honestly, that sounds like my dream weekend. Just eating 6 meals a day and avoiding adventures.
Exactly. In fact, the word peaceful is a great starting point. Peaceful means free from disturbance or calm. The Shire is extremely peaceful until a wizard named Gandalf arrives.
Ah, Gandalf. The guy with the big gray hat and the impressive beard. He comes to visit his old friend, Bilbo Baggins.
Yes, and Bilbo is celebrating his 111th birthday. During the party, Bilbo uses a magic ring to disappear and leaves the Shire forever. He leaves all his possessions, including the magic ring, to his nephew, Frodo.
And this is where the trouble begins. I wish my uncle left me a magic ring instead of an old bicycle. But this ring is not a good gift, is it?
No, it is not. This brings us to a very important English word, which is inherit. To inherit means to receive money, property, or a title from someone when they leave or pass away. Frodo inherits the ring from Bilbo.
So Frodo inherits the ring. And Gandalf discovers that this is not just any magic ring. It is the one ring created by the Dark Lord Sauron.
That is right. Sauron put all his evil power into this ring. If he gets it back, he will destroy the world. Gandalf tells Frodo he must leave the Shire because Sauron's servants are searching for the ring.
Those servants are terrifying. They are called the ring wraiths, or the Nazgul. They ride black horses and wear black cloaks.
They are definitely scary. Let us look at the word burden here. A burden is a heavy load, or a difficult responsibility that causes worry or hard work. Gandalf tells Frodo that the ring is a heavy burden.
It is physically small, but it is a massive burden mentally. The ring actually tries to corrupt the person carrying it. So Frodo packs his bags and leaves his peaceful life behind.
He does not go alone, though. His loyal gardener, Samwise Gamgee, goes with him. They also run into 2 other hobbit friends, Merry and Pippin.
Merry and Pippin are basically the comic relief at this point in the story. They are always getting into trouble and thinking about food. Speaking of which, they steal some crops from a farmer, right?
Yes, they do. But their friendship is a core theme of the story. Another great word for our listeners is loyalty. Loyalty means showing firm and constant support to a person or institution. Sam's loyalty to Frodo is unbreakable.
Sam is the best friend everyone wishes they had. He literally refuses to let Frodo go anywhere alone. So, these four little hobbits are running away from the scary guys in black cloaks. Where are they trying to go?
They are trying to reach a place called Rivendell. Rivendell is a beautiful sanctuary where the elves live. A sanctuary is a place of refuge or safety. It is protected by Elrond, a very wise and powerful elf.
Getting to that sanctuary is not easy. They have to go through forests, swamps, and they get attacked multiple times. Good thing they meet a guy named Strider in a pub.
Yes, Strider is a ranger. Later, we find out his real name is Aragorn, and he is the rightful king of men. He helps the hobbits survive the journey to Rivendell. Let us talk about the word pursuit.
Oh, like a car chase?
Exactly, but on foot and horseback. Pursuit means the action of following or chasing someone or something. The ring-wraiths are in constant pursuit of Frodo and the ring.
And they almost catch him. Frodo gets stabbed by a poisoned sword. It is incredibly stressful to watch or read. But they finally make it to Rivendell, and Frodo is healed.
Once Frodo is awake and feeling better, a very important meeting takes place. This meeting is called the Council of Elrond. A council is a group of people who come together to consult, deliberate, or make decisions. Representatives from all the free peoples of Middle-earth attend this council.
So you have elves, dwarves, men, and hobbits all sitting in a circle. And they are trying to figure out what to do with this dangerous piece of jewelry. Why do they not just smash it with a hammer?
A dwarf named Gimli actually tries to do exactly that during the meeting. He takes his axe and hits the ring as hard as he can. But the ring remains perfectly fine, and his axe shatters into pieces. Elrond explains that the ring cannot be destroyed by normal means.
Right? It can only be destroyed in the exact place where it was made. And that place is Mount Doom, a giant volcano right in the middle of Sauron's land, Mordor. This brings us to one of the most famous quotes and internet memes of all time.
I think I know which one you're talking about. It is the line spoken by a human character named Boromir, right?
Yes. Boromir stands up, looks at everyone, and says, "One does not simply walk into Mordor." It is a great moment, but let us look at the grammar there. Why does he say one does not instead of you cannot?
That is an excellent observation, Alex. Using the pronoun one is a formal way to talk about people in general. It means any person or people in general. So, one does not simply walk into Mordor means it is impossible for anybody to just walk in there.
It makes Boromir sound very serious and dramatic. If I said, one does not simply eat just one potato chip, it sounds much more poetic.
It definitely does. It elevates the language. During the council, they realized that sending a large army to Mordor would fail. Sauron would see them coming. Instead, they decide to send a small secret group to sneak in and destroy the ring.
A stealth mission. And surprisingly, Frodo volunteers to carry the ring. Even though he is just a small hobbit, he takes on the biggest burden in the world.
That shows immense courage. Courage is the ability to do something that frightens you. It is bravery. Because Frodo volunteers, 8 other people offer to go with him to protect him.
Let me see if I can name them all. We have Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. That is 4 hobbits. Then we have Gandalf the wizard. That is 5. Aragorn and Boromir representing men. 7. Legolas the elf and Gimli the dwarf. That makes 9.
Perfect counting, Alex. These 9 companions form what is called the Fellowship of the Ring. This is a crucial vocabulary word and the title of the first book. A fellowship is a group of people who share a common interest or goal, working together like a brotherhood.
The Fellowship of the Ring. It sounds so official and cool. They agree to travel together, protect Frodo, and help him get to the volcano. And that is basically the setup for the entire epic adventure.
Exactly. The rest of the first part of the story follows their difficult journey south. They face terrible weather, dangerous mountains, and dark underground mines. But the most dangerous thing is the ring itself, which starts to affect the minds of the people in the Fellowship.
Yeah, the ring is like a magnet for bad behavior. It whispers to them, promising them power if they just take it from Frodo. It causes a lot of tension in the group.
That tension is called temptation. Temptation is the desire to do something, especially something wrong or unwise. Boromir struggles heavily with the temptation of the ring. He wants to use it to save his people, not realizing it would turn him evil.
This is getting so intense. I want to know what happens in the dark mines and how they deal with this temptation. But I think we have covered a lot of ground today. We learned about the Shire, inheriting a burden, the pursuit of the Dark Riders, and forming a fellowship.
We certainly did. We learned some high-level vocabulary today like sanctuary, courage, and temptation. I highly recommend our listeners try to use these words in their own sentences this week. Thinking about the story will help you remember the definitions perfectly.
And the story is far from over. The Fellowship has a long, dark, and dangerous road ahead of them. Will they make it to the volcano? Will Boromir steal the ring? Will Sam ever get to eat a proper meal again?
All these questions and more will be answered in our next episode. Thank you so much for joining us for part 1 of our Lord of the Rings English lesson. We hope you enjoyed practicing your listening skills with this amazing story. See you all in part 2.
Thank you, Emma, for the great explanations. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to the Step-by-Step English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review and share it with a friend. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, one does not simply stop learning English. See you in part 2.